a home invasion, are they more prevalent now than ever? Yes. Can you be a victim? Yes. Are you safe in a gated community? Now, in this video, look at the table. We're going to talk about a lot of cool stuff. When you see the video being like 14, 15, 18 minutes long, well, now you know why, because we're going to talk about a lot of cool things in case you're a victim of a home invasion. You want to take preventative measures, and you want to have measures in place in case you are a victim, which is very possible. Remember, desperate people do desperate things. And there's a lot of desperate people out there. Also remember, there are no two criminals who are alike, which means there are no two crimes that are alike, which means there's really no one simple answer as to what you can do in a home invasion. But it's up to you to protect yourself and your family. And if you can get one tip out of this, great. Welcome to WeaponsEducation.com. My name is Tom, and thank you for subscribing to the channel. What I want to talk to you about in this video is some of the products we have here on this table, and also some of the strategies which I do with my family in case of a home invasion. Now, we know burglaries when you're not home, of course, that's horrible, but you can't get killed in a burglary because you're not home. But if you're at home and all of a sudden someone busts through a window and you're asleep and they're busting through your front door, 2, 3, 4 guys with a ski mask on, and they got guns, what are you going to do? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm going to jump from different weapons to different ideas. Let's start with some ideas. First of all, surveillance. Very simple, common sense ideas, but no one does this because they think it's too much money. Surveillance, what I mean by that is you don't have to go to the extremes what I do. I have off the scale surveillance, or I could look on my smartphone and see what's going on in every section of my home, piece of property, everything. But you don't have to go to those extremes. You can do something as simple as ADT and listen to each window in your home while you're in your home. This is all about while you're in your home. Like if someone opens up a window and you're sitting in your office and someone opens a window in the master bedroom, you hear beep, beep, beep. Master bedroom, window open. Modern technology is pretty cool and it's not all that much money. Check into a good system for all the windows in your house, the locks in your house, so that you can be alarmed in case someone is immediately entered. Then you can go to this stuff. Okay. Now, also there's a new technology product out. It's called DropCam. Now, just Google DropCam. They're only like $200, and it's a camcorder. You just drop it, and you can, on your phone or on your computer or your PC, anywhere you are in the world, you can watch live of what's going on in your home, or if you're in your home, you can see intruders coming. Keep that in mind. Lighting systems of your home, more ideas. I like to have my property lit up like daylight, especially if it's automatically set off. So if someone's walking up to the home and they're within 50 feet, poof, the whole house property lights up. Might scare them off. If someone rings your doorbell and you don't know who they are, I consider that spam mail or something. I just don't open it. I'm call me a nervous Nelly or whatever you want to do. I have 2 young daughters. I just don't open my door to everybody. It's not like the 60s, 70s, 80s, It's not like the old days when everyone was bringing apple pie to their new neighbors who just moved in up the block. These days, someone knocks on your door, you don't know who they are. I say no. Your mailbox. You put your name on your mailbox, mistake. Because, the Johnsons live here. It says Johnson on the mailbox. Well, what are these hooded guys in the van going to do? Okay, we know the Johnsons live there. Let's go knock on their door. Oh, is this the Johnson residence? Oh, yes, it is. Bang! They're in your house in a flash, and they got their guns, and you know what they can do. Rape, murder, horrific things, steal all your goods, and it's not good. If you're in a gated community, you think you're safe. Not necessarily, because a lot of bad people get in through that gate in different ways. Whether they're workers, getting in through trucks and different things like that, or they're guests of somebody staying in that community for 2-3 weeks, or a week, or 5 days. There's a lot of different ways people can get into that community. And there's drug addicts and all different types of whack jobs out there, and they're in that community, and what they do is they do a home invasion, they do horrific things to the homeowner, they duct tape them up and all this horrible stuff, then they take their car and they drive out and they're gone. So, no matter where you are, you can be a victim. Now, remember, no one knows your home as well as you do. Let's talk about weapons for a minute. I got a lot of cool stuff on the table. This is weapons education. Start with a good flashlight, okay? I'm not going to tell you the name of this flashlight because I am doing one of the coolest reviews on this flashlight, and I don't want to spray you. I don't want to blind you with this one, but you want a good flashlight. Enough said, there is nothing like this in the world. And when I do the review on this, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay? A good flashlight's a must. You have to see in the dark. Now, let's talk about some guns. Everyone has their different types of guns. Don't try to emulate me, because I like to have high power, low power, all different types of power. But I do have a Tommy gun next to my bed, 30 rounds. It's a 45. Okay, so it's a 45, just like anyone has a 45 next to their bed. Just like a lot of rounds, a lot of multiple magazines. And I have my stock. And, okay, options. You want to have your guns in a place where you can get to them quick. Now, which reminds me, how are you going to know someone's breaking into your house in a nanosecond? Besides surveillance, a good dog, right? A good dog. First of all, if you're going to get a pet, a dog, it's a huge responsibility. It's a 15-year responsibility. So please, do not go out and buy a dog unless you're ready to treat it like another human being and understand that it requires a veterinarian care, it requires special food, and it requires to be treated with, whether it's real hot outside, it has to be in the air conditioning. If it's cold, it has to be warm. You better take care of that pet like it's your own child, okay? But a good pet can do a lot. What type of pet should you get? That's a whole nother story. A lot of guys like the pit bulls and the big dogs, the Rottweilers and the Shepherds. Great, it's all great stuff. Love pets, I have 3. Little dogs are good too because they're little yappers and they're smart. It's a lot smarter than you think. I got a couple Pomeranians and I tell you right now, those dogs, if they hear something, they'll bark. But they don't just bark for the heck of it. Only if, like, maybe the mailman's walking up to the door or something off the scale that's not right, then they'll alarm you and they'll wake you up, and then you can get into the motion here to get to your stuff. Now let's talk about some of the stuff I have on the table. Okay, let's talk about blades for a moment. Me particularly. Now, you might say I'm overkill, but there is no overkill when 3 or 4 guys with ski masks are busting into my home, and I got 2 daughters and a wife, and I have to protect them, and I have to protect myself, the man who's taking care of the family, because without me, who's going to take care of them? We all have to stay alive. All right, so I go a little overkill. Katana, okay? Oh, yeah, this thing is amazing. Cold steel katana. You need to know how to use it. I am not really all that proficient with it just yet. I'm getting trained right now by a man in Taekwondo here in Boca Raton, Florida. I'll be doing a video with this man, and he's going to teach us on how to use a katana. But you want something that you know how to use and be real proficient with. So let's get to something more realistic. And this is realistic, a Gurkha kukri. Now I'm talking about a home invasion. I'm not talking about like sitting around and dwindling wood or something. I'm talking about you have to save your life. Some guy, they just busted into your house and you're in your kitchen and it's of course this is hand-to-hand combat with a knife, so be careful. You better get some exercise in and know a little bit about hand-to-hand combat before you pull out one of these puppies, a kukri. But for me, I'm 6'4", I'm a big guy. I can deal with it, and I've dealt with it. Chopping wood and stuff and practice with it. But I do like the kukri, and I keep these things in special portions of my home. I'll cut out drywall, and I'll put a picture over it, and have these in certain places of the home, such as this little tomahawk, okay, cold steel, inexpensive. They're like 40, 50 bucks. But like in my garage, when I pull in, this is right above me. Someone says, get your hands up. I got this, it's gonna be graphic. This is graphic. Which reminds me, when you're driving home, ladies, listen. Ladies are targeted more than men. Sorry to say, it's true, it's a fact. They think their females are more vulnerable. And guys are targeted too, but you know what? Someone follows you home and you have this above your car, and hands up, you can grab it. Also, look at who's following you into your driveway or into your complex when you're driving. Look at your surroundings. Be aware of your surroundings so when you get home and you get into your house, that car that's just been following me for the last mile, does he want something of mine? Does he want me? Does he want my children? Does he want my money? Does he want the stuff I just bought at the mall? Did he see me buy some expensive electronic? Look at your surroundings, see who's following you home, and have some gadgets in your home, away from children. That's a different video that you can get at. Different blades. Of course, you know me. I love the extra large espada. I'm fluent with this. I'm very well schooled with this. This is not for everybody. I don't recommend an extra large espada for a blade to keep next to your bed or something, in different places of your home. This is more realistic, and you haven't seen this blade on the channel yet. And this is a Spyderco Warrior. This is one nice blade. And it's serrated on one side, sharp as a razor blade on the other side, and on the back, you can bash someone's skull in with it. You can keep this in different portions of your home or under your bed and things. If you keep something under your bed, by the way, cover with a newspaper. You know why? Because if you're in a position where you're in your home and they got you and you're standing there in the corner, at least it's covered with a newspaper. And maybe you can somehow get to it. They're going to look for obvious stuff through drawers and stuff like that. They're not going to be picking up newspapers looking what's under it. Which also makes me think, the first thing you want to do is, if you have a family, is to do some training, like fire drills. We do fire drills, I do with my family, so I have a 2-story home. Yeah, I got the rope thing coming out of the 2nd story windows in cases of fire. And I do it like every 3-4 months. I do it for fun with the kids. This is what you do, and I actually practice. We crawl down the little ladders. Well, you do fire drills. You have fire hydrants in your home. You have smoke detectors in your home. Do some practice drills with your family in case there's a home invasion. This is serious stuff. Now, as far as blades, females also, don't forget about the good old kitchen knife. Because girls cook a lot. It's really good for you to keep for personal protection. A home invasion is something that's going to happen fast. They're going to bounce into your house fast. Whether it's through the 2nd story window and through your garage, they're going to follow you in. They're going to do a fake entry. They're going to ring your bell and act like they know you. And they're going to bust in. And then what are you going to do in a nanosecond? So what I do is, I carry all the time in my home. Everyone's going to say, all right, well, Tom's extreme. Tom's extreme. I agree. No one, well, I do know a lot of people that carry 100% in their home. I know about 200 people because of the channel. There's a lot of subscribers, personal friends of mine. And they take my advice. When you get used to carrying, like, Tammy, please zoom in on this shoulder holster right here. When you get used to carrying a really good quality shoulder holster, then when you go out and about, it's like second nature. This leather, this basket weave holster, take a look down here, carrying a SIG P226. You carry this in your home. First of all, someone comes bang, smashing down that front door, you're already armed. You're ready to go. You got your flashlight like I showed you earlier. You put that in his eye first if that's what it takes. You don't always have to do hand-to-hand combat with blades and all this other stuff I just showed you. You can just use that flashlight, and if that don't work, and if they got weapons, you can pop them with the gun that you're carrying in your house. I'm sorry to say, I think it's appropriate to carry 100% of the time in your home. Now everyone's going to say, oh, you must live in some dangerous neighborhood. I do it for two reasons. I don't live in a dangerous neighborhood. And I live in a gated community. But I do it also for mindset. So when I'm out and about in society, I'm just so used to it. It's just like part of me. You know, it's just like I wear jeans. I'm just used to it. I wear jeans at home. I'm out. I wear jeans. I'm used to it. Get used to it. Get used to your stuff. You know, a good little gun. These are all safety check guns. This revolver is a Taurus Judge. Pretty hard to miss with a 410 shotgun shell. Good for a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons. Personal home defense in the home, perfect. Another great weapon, you know, I like the Glocks. This is a Glock 20. And this has a light and laser on it that I can deploy at will if I wish. Remember, let's say you're hidden in your home and you deploy that light and laser, you just gave up your position. You only want to use this light and laser, that's why you got to think and practice this stuff out. And a lot of my subscribers and friends and you in the audience, they actually do what I'm recommending. They practice in their home in case someone just busted into their home. You know, should I put the light on or not? Should I put the laser on or not? I keep mine set light and laser. At home, this one here, I like this Glock 20. I like the 10 millimeter. You got to think about over-penetration. I know all that. No one knows your home better than you, so know what gun to carry. I'm not going to tell you what gun to carry. Carry a 380, carry a 10 millimeter. That's up to you. Shotgun's a must. Now, I like a shotgun with a stock, okay, 12 gauge. What shell you carry, that's up to you. Birdshot will do it because the wadding enough will kill them. But, you know, I carry a double-out buck. And because I know my home. I know where my shotgun is, and I know what I'm shooting at, and what's behind those walls, so I don't shoot my own family. You know, you have to always keep that in mind. A lot of people like a different type of shotgun, known as the, listen to the sound, of course, we love the that sound of shotgun, but a pistol grip shotgun. I'm a little down on pistol grip shotguns. For the main reason that everyone's going to say, well, you know, I'm a macho guy and I'm really trained and I can shoot this pistol grip shotgun, no problem. But you get multiple people in the home, you don't know who's going to have access to that gun first. To protect yourself, number one. Number two, even if it's you, and I don't care how great you think you are at shooting a shotgun, and you're going to forget what type of shell you have in there, whether it's birdshot or double-out buck. And your most quickest action when someone's got a Glock pointed in your face, and you're going to go, and you might just do that, and the recoil is going to bash your face in. So think about a pistol grip shotgun. I prefer stock. Okay, so a shotgun, of course, is a great option. Now, what about rifles? A lot of people say, well, of course, your gun is your gateway towards your rifle, because the gun will keep you alive, hopefully, for a few minutes to get your rifle. But in a home invasion, it's going to happen so fast that usually the whole thing's over. Hopefully, for you, it's over within 20 seconds because you just took them out and saved your life. I don't want you to kill anyone, but subdue them. We'll talk about subduing people here in a moment, some less lethal things. But what about a SIG 5.56 pistol? This is a pistol with a short 7.5-inch barrel. Now this with 40-round magazine, Magpul magazine. You got your PowerTac E5 flashlight, which I did a special video on. If you haven't seen that flashlight video, 85 bucks, one of the best buys in flashlights in the world. It is the best buy. You can just Google Weapons Education E5. You'll see this flashlight. It's amazing. Now, do you need a 5.56 for a home invasion? Well, this, we can go on and debate it. I'm on a large piece of property, and a lot of you are throughout the country. You're in the mountains and stuff like that. So for that night, in that situation, yeah, you know, who knows what's going to happen? Maybe law enforcement's a half hour out. You know, maybe your nearest neighbor's a half mile away. You don't have to worry about over-penetration. You know, maybe you got a gang coming at you and you need a lot of rounds. You need 30 rounds. A lot of different reasons why you want a rifle. And I like the little short package because it's easy to keep near you, close by, lightweight. So take a look at these short little SIG packages. Okay, good 5.56, I say, is good to have for a home invasion, specifically put in a strategically located position in your home where you know that you're not going to have over penetration through the walls and you're not going to have that round go too far and hurt somebody. Oh, I got this here. I like to have God by my side, by the way. Bible, really, for real. You never know. You know, maybe the home invasion wouldn't happen at all if you had some good spirituality. Moving on. A bat. Now, this is a Brooklyn Crusher. This thing, I've done a video, a funny video. I smashed some cinder blocks. You don't have to be all that strong or trained to use this. But you hit someone in the ribs with this, or heaven forbid, in the head, the side of the head. Oh, guy, this thing's going to bust your whole skull in half. So the Brooklyn Crusher, Smasher or Crusher, there's two of them. One of them's just bigger than the other. It's just the same thing, one's bigger than the other. These things are really cool. Now, what if you're handicapped a little bit, and you can't get to all this stuff? Wasp spray, okay? This stuff shoots, what, 30, 40 feet? You can hit 4 or 5 guys at once in the face with this. One whole cam will last maybe 40, 50 seconds. Get them in the eyes. It's check if it's legal for you, but hey, they're in your house with guns. It's an all-out save your life situation. Blind them for life, or yeah, it's up to you. Option. Of course, pepper spray. Pepper spray. Keep it close to your front door. Make sure the kids can't get to this type of stuff. Out of there, buddy. Got my gun. Got my gun. I always have a gun on my side too. I don't have one now, but I like to have guns, and I used to pull it out of my pocket. I like to have my weapons ready to go. And I know my surroundings. And when I'm in the house, I know where my dogs are. I'm listening. I hear a peep in the night. I hear that surveillance system, that ADT system. I hear that window opening. I'm up. Forget about being too tired. You're up. You got to protect your family, and you got to have something ready to go. And you grab your gun with your light, like I showed you earlier. You grab your Glock, whatever it is, with your light and laser, and you go clear your home. Because you don't know. Just Google right now. Google home invasion. It took me like 9 pages to even find my video. The last one I did is like 60,000 views on it. And I'm like 9 pages in because there's so many home invasions just the last week in America. There's dozens and dozens and dozens of them by the hour. What if you have to, this is kind of different. What if you have to subdue someone and just handcuff them, or these big, these zip ties? Okay, that's what they use. You see all these SWAT teams, they use these. When you see all these riots going on and all this stuff, they're just zip tying everyone's hands right up. So that you can buy these on Amazon, they're cheap. And call the police. Hey, I got the bad guys, and I got their ankles, and I got their wrist. Hey, he's got a bullet in his shoulder, but still, I got them all zip tied up, and I got the thing under control here. Or hopefully that's the case. Now, if you're handicapped, a cane is pretty normal. So if you're in a wheelchair, maybe you can walk a little bit, or maybe you're in your home, and they bust in. They get ski mask on, 2 guys, and you're alone, and you got this stand in the corner. You know, you limp over. I need my cane. I need my cane. They're not all that smart. All right, you got your cane. We want your laptop. We want your TV. We want all your goods. We want your wallet, your jewelry. Okay, let me get to it. Okay, and you really have this. You have to have some hand-to-hand combat. That's why I'm going to show you some Taekwondo stuff in the future. And I do some boxing too, to stay in shape, upper body strength. But everyone doesn't have all that abilities. But I wanted to show you a cold steel sword cane. Anyway, throw your comments in. I covered a lot fast. It's all about saving our lives, doing it right. My name is Tom from Weapons Education. Please subscribe. Please tell a friend. We have a lot of nice people on this channel, and we have a lot of fun. Don't forget, you can also get these little ear protection. They're called Sense Guard, like that. Keep it right next to your gun. Sense Guard. Save your ears. We have a lot of fun on the channel, like I just said. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe. My name is Tom, and check it out from WeaponsEducation.com.